One, come on. Welcome to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where we think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. Today is the week, draft week. Bears, number 10 pick, maybe. Will they trade up? Will they trade down? Will they stay there? Will they take offensive lineman? Will they take a defensive lineman? Will they take the best player available? Will they take a running back? We don't know. We will soon find out. That and more on Chicago Clubhouse Podcast tonight. Crooked, hit it!
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso both been there around the corner like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
Welcome back to another episode of the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where we think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. Like I said, it's draft week, baby. Times of the year, one of the most anticipated times of the year, and also one of the most stressful times of the year, at least for Bears fans and for the front office, because it seems like we're always, these last couple of years, I want to say 3 to 4, maybe 5 years, we've been sitting up here picking within like top 10. And actually, I'm going to be excited, hopefully this year, or going into the draft next year, hopefully we won't be top 10. Maybe we'll be in the 20s. Hopefully. So we're going to be talking about the draft. I know Frank, probably JB, maybe Mr. Chicago. I didn't do one. I'm about tired of the whole mock draft shit. I've only seen about 1,700 of them, and I don't want to see any more mock drafts. I'm just ready for the draft to get here. I'm ready for this thing to start. That's what I'm excited about. I'm ready to see what the Chicago Bears are going to do. We have all new coaches, thank God. You know, a lot of people taking digs at the GM, a lot of people taking digs at the president, the owners, everything. Something's got to change eventually, right? I would say change is going to come. So hopefully it does come. Like my man Sam Cook said, change is going to come. So hopefully that's what happens this week. We're excited to see who you guys want as well. Who you guys think the Chicago Bears should take at 10? Or should they trade down? Or should they trade back? You know, give us your thoughts. That is what's going to happen today on the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. So without further ado, I'm going to start and bring in the Dream Team. First up, the man that knows all the stats from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. My man, JB.
What's happening, brother?
What's going on, brother? How I look at this thing, man? I don't know. I look a little spaced out. I look straight. Cool.
No, you look good. Lighting's good. You clear. I hear you very good. Although, are you rocking the Billy Donovan special?
Man, fuck Billy Donovan. I can't rock with that motherfucker. No.
Hey, every year, win a play-in, lose a play-in, out the playoffs.
They need to call him Billy Play-In Donovan, goddamn, and then he plays his way out.
Plays himself in and plays himself right out. Yeah.
Hey, right. out every single time, never fails. Hello.
Hello, hey, how you doing?
Yes.
Man, I saw something today that kind of.
You got your mock ready?
I do, but I saw something that kind of it puzzled me because did you see where if the Bears make a deal with the Patriots, if Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter were gone, that they was talking about trading with the Patriots, trading up to possibly secure Ashton Jett. I don't like that. That's giving up assets for somebody that I feel that you can get. If you're not getting him, there's other running backs that can fill that spot. I don't like giving up future assets for that. Because to get up to 4,
right now, it's just talk. I mean, it's just basically they're gonna tell you right now that you can go squat, take a shit, eat it, and it's gonna taste good.
But usually when Schefter says something, there's a little smoke, there is some fire. So that's why I said I don't know.
I mean, Chef been saying shit, Bria been saying. I mean, it's that time of the year. Hell, if I'm a GM or if I'm the front office and I'm making these decisions, hell, I'm gonna tell them bullshit too. To sit up here and make teams want to come up and do what it is. I'm gonna try to manipulate this draft as well. So I don't believe it until I see it happen. I don't think that there's a deal in place. I think it's typical, pre-draft, 2 days before the draft type talk.
So you saying more hype than substance? More hype than substance.
Yeah.
But, I'll say this though: the Bears haven't been in a position like this in quite a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Ryan Poles will pull the trigger. Will he, stand pat and take 10, or will he even trade back to acquire more picks? I'm a fan of the latter. If who you don't want isn't available, because even if you take best available at that point in time, like let's say your guy from Michigan, the DB is the best available. Will Johnson, right? Is that a pick that we need? Like,
hey, you never know. Shit, he's probably trying to make some type of deal shit with that pancake eating motherfucker, as they say in draft day. You pancake eating motherfucker. So it is what it is. We're gonna bring in the other member of the dream team now. The man, the myth, the legend, Frank, but we all know him as the Tank. Frank, the Tank.
What's up, guys? How
up? You ain't back there eating pancakes, are you?
Pancake eating motherfucker.
Yeah.
Great movie. I must have watched that at least like 47 times within like 2 weeks. But hey, man, it's exciting.
Great haul in that movie too.
What's up?
They got a great haul in that movie. A great haul of picks.
Yeah. And then he did a great haul. At first, somebody else got the great haul, and then he flipped it into an even better haul.
Yeah. I like that movie. Kevin Costner.
That was a great movie. Really shows the inside of what GMs and all that people have to go through with this crap.
Yeah, the owners as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. The owner's pretty much telling you what to do.
So are you guys excited for this week? Are you excited for Thursday?
I'm on board with what you were saying, Foul. I'm excited to get it over with more than anything because, man, all these just, 1 week it's this, 1 week it's that. Like how you brought up earlier about trading up to get Genty now to get there before Vegas's pick. It's just like, I mean, you're going to say whatever that you have to say to try to just get the excitement even going, getting everybody on their feet and everything. Yeah. I don't think that they will do that. I don't. They better not fucking do that. And I mean, I'm not a hater of Genty or anything like that. I just, if he's there at 10, I think the Bears will get him. That's just how it is. But I don't see him getting past Vegas, but I'm not giving up all my assets to move up to get him before.
No, not at all.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Yeah,
are we allowed to play that guy?
I like that guy.
Hey,
he's got a good point.
They do.
Hey, I agree, but I think some of that speculation might have come up because I also heard a rumor and that's speculation rumor, that Jacksonville might be interested in Genty because Travis Etienne had been kind of banged up the last couple of years and production's been low. So that makes a flip on the Raiders as well. So between that 4 to 6 matchup, who knows? Because in my opinion,
where is Jacksonville in the draft? What are they? They're 5th. Okay, damn. So yeah, that's why they were talking about moving 4. But I thought like Will Campbell is almost like the dead-on person going to New England because that's just a New England guy because they need a guard and a tackle in New England.
It's been so much new speculation. Mimbo, y'all know about Mimbo from Missouri. He has slowly rocketed up to now. He's not the second best tackle. He's like 1A. So I saw the thing about Tyler Shuck, and he's like 26 years old already. So it's like, is he going to crack the top 10? Because there are a couple teams that are interested in him now. What I have not seen, which to me is the worst of the worst of the worst of all of this, I have not seen any more conversation about Shedeur Sanders. Remember, I told you all last week, he said he is not going to the draft. He won't be at the event in Green Bay. And
it's in Green Bay. Who the fuck wants to go there? So
true, but first of all, I mean, I like cheese, but I don't like it that much. I just don't feel that it's a place for him.
This is another one. Some people are saying that they would take this guy over.
That's Foul Guy.
Yeah. Who is? God.
Colston Loveland.
No, the other tight end who should be going first.
Tyler Warren.
Warren, Penn State, right? Yeah. There's a lot of word like this guy's supposed to be going over Kevin Warren now. So.
Hey, I mean.
Sorry, Tyler.
Right now, you're going to hear so many different.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
There's so much manipulation going on right here. A good game of chess that these guys, these GMs are playing with each other right now. And it's just that time. It is that time. We don't know exactly who's going to move up, who's not. As we've seen so far the first time, and God knows forever, everybody has their pick. And as we were alluding to last week, the reason why that is because, one, the QB market is extremely weak this year. There's not those blue chip players in this year's draft as there normally is. So a lot of teams are staying put. Do I think there will be some willing and dealing? Yeah, it may be a trade here or there. But otherwise, right now, looks like everybody's going to stay put. And I wouldn't be surprised if everybody does stay put.
I wouldn't.
If somebody falls, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what teams are going to really try to move up, because it's so unpredictable right here. This draft is very unpredictable.
Yeah. The only way, and I've said this on the multiple shows before, if Carter slips out of the top 4 possibly, I would not be mad if we moved up and got Carter. I really would not be mad at that. That is really...
The pick is in.
He's not there at 10, so I mean, I'm not freaking. I'm still don't want to move up.
And still, it was good.
This now, I still don't want to move up.
So I mean, I know you guys gonna done your little mock draft. I ain't do no damn mock draft. I'm just ready for this shit to get over with. So we're gonna get into the mock draft, but before we do, we need to bring in our final and last all-star of the crew. He is the mouth of the South, born and raised in Chicago. But he moved to the South. The mouth of the South, Mr. Chicago.
Fellas, what's good? Dub here. We almost on the clock, man. We almost on the clock.
Hey, man, you got that light on, man. What's going on? It's been on since the Green Bay.
Yeah. Listen, man, that light is for this week, man. It's to commemorate draft day.
Unless we make the wrong choice and then the light's going off.
Yeah, I might just unplug the goddamn thing and then just keep it off until the season starts. But
Is that a Roma Doomsday jersey?
No, well, sort of. It's Brandon Marshall's jersey, so yeah. I haven't bought any.
I know who it was. I was just fucking with you.
Yeah. I ain't bought current players yet, but I'm ready to finally be able to say I own a Bears quarterback jersey. Hasn't happened yet, but. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to see that this upcoming season, or at least starting this upcoming season.
So did you do a mock draft as well?
I did do one because I was I really don't put a lot of stock into mock draft because it's really more of a fantasy draft. It's like who I want, who I would desire us to get versus who we're actually going to get. And so I usually don't put in much stock into the mock draft. But I was like, you know what? For the hell of it, I'm just going to play around with it to see what comes around. So obviously, the mock draft that I actually did show that Mason Graham ended up falling to us, which I would be ecstatic about, to be honest with you, because
that was just my mock draft, which I was very well. I mean, in my mock draft I actually moved back, and Mason Graham was still there. I got another like 3rd round pick or something like that. But when it was all said and done, I'm seeing a lot of mock drafts that have him going top 10. So
yeah. Now, funny enough, so Henderson ended up falling to me at, was it the 43rd pick or 39th pick? We have 2 second rounds, so it's 43rd and 39th, right?
Yeah, 39 and 40, 45.
45.
39 and 45.
So yeah, he fell to me, and I started thinking, I'm like, damn, you know what? This will be a damn good scenario, because I think back on what Eddie George said about when he was interviewed for the Bears, like whatever coaching job he was being interviewed for, and he got a glimpse of what that board looks like. So without revealing too much, he was like, hey, I was kind of stunned by the fact that they had a couple of my Ohio State Buckeye players on that board, and he mentioned a running back on there. I'm like, I wouldn't mind that. So, but obviously reports are coming out that the Bears may possibly be looking to trade up to go get Ashton Jeanty, which, for all intents and purposes, I'm all right with. I do like the kid. I think I like his makeup. I like what he brings to the table. I think he will be an explosive acquisition to this offense, especially with the offensive-minded head coach that we have. So I know everybody in general consensus, not everyone who's a Bears fan is in love with the idea of drafting a running back that high. But guess what? If the kid comes out and does well with us, ain't none of y'all going to bat a damn eye and saying, oh, yeah, I like this guy. I'm glad we picked him. Because I know good and damn well y'all going to be on board with advocating and supporting for him. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, this is a brand new coaching regime and everything, so I'm going to trust them until I can't trust them.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into this mock draft. So, Frank, you want to be first up with?
Yeah, I mean, I can break it down. So this is like the scenarios that I'm using here. Like, if Carter does slip to the top out of the top 5 or the top 4, I would be okay moving up and getting him. All right. If Mason Graham is somewhat there, which I mean, some mock drafts have him slipping to 10 now. I don't see that as a possibility, like, at all. But if that happens, yes, that's my number 1 choice.
Wait, Frank, so you see Abdul Carter slipping, but not Mason Graham?
No, I'm saying Mason Graham slipping to top 10 to maybe like the 10th pick and not having to move up. Some mock drafts, I'm seeing that. I don't see that a possibility, but I do see some with Carter and that injury possibilities, him slipping out of the top 5. And like, if that's going to be the case, I would move up inside and close to the top 5 and get him.
Yeah. I mean, due to the severity, or at least there hasn't been any recent reports about his foot injury, I don't see him slipping past number 3 pick. Honestly,
no, I don't either. I mean, I'm just saying this is a scenario if it happens, but I don't see it happening. Like, he's going to the Giants. In my opinion, that's clear as day. In my opinion, because they need another pass rusher. But I'm
being said, though, Frank, don't forget though, doctors have said his foot really wasn't the issue. It was just more of a precaution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I've heard nothing about it. Yeah, I heard nothing about it since like a few weeks back, or maybe a month or so back when we first reported that and started talking about it. But I haven't heard anything about it since then.
Exactly, which leads me to believe that a little bit of posturing, but it doesn't make sense for him to move out the top.
No, and I don't see it happening. And these are just scenarios. If it happens, that'd be great for the Bears.
Yeah, he'll be the first legit defensive player to get drafted.
In my opinion, when I'm up, hit me with that soundtrack there. If I'm at number 10, my pick is in. No. Little delayed. Hey.
That was easy.
I'm taking Mason Graham at 10.
Damn.
I honestly, I wasn't even thinking about him until Fowl brought up his name, and then I went and watched some tape on him and everything. That guy can stop the run.
He sure fuck can.
He can go inside. He can go outside. He can get to the quarterback. He reminds me of a healthy Montez Sweat. Like, I mean, the guy is gonna be a beast, and that is my pick at 10.
Now, Frank, keep in mind too that Michigan's defense didn't allow very much running against us all goddamn season long. And we were one of the top ranked run-stopping defenses in college football last year.
Yeah.
So that's because of Grant and because of Mason Graham. Mason Graham's a huge part of that.
That guy, when I'm watching tape on him, like he's everywhere. He is absolutely everywhere. Even dropping back in coverage on some plays. He's guarding tight ends, man. Like, I mean,
he's
the guy, he is a phenomenal all-around defensive end. And that's a luxury I would love to have. And I know everyone's going to say Genty. With my 39th pick, I'm getting Ohio State Henderson. All right. And the thing is, and everyone's going to say, why not Genty? For one thing, Ohio State, that Hendrickson.
Wait, hold on, Frank. 1 second. I don't mean to cut you off. So do y'all want to go through the whole entire like your mock draft just all at once, or you want to go to JB what his number 10 is?
So how do we want to do it? Do we want to just everybody go first round and then everyone go second?
Yeah, we do each round.
Did we want to address the actual top 10 as well, or because I went basically like the NBA does the lottery, the top 12 picks or 13 picks. Like I just did a lottery for the show and then my Bears picks. But the Bears picks, it's the top 4 picks for me that's going to solidify this draft. We're heavy on the top 4 picks is going to put us either right there in contention, or it's going to keep us above board, which is still good compared to what we've been had in the past.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. But,
well, go ahead. Since you added JB, go ahead, give us your number 10 pick.
He was on time for you, that asshole.
He was waiting.
I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
I didn't like it either.
See, Crook was fixing a drink when you was making yours, Frank. Now he back in action.
Yeah.
But for me, because of the way that I positioned, which is kind of like why I asked that you all want to know like the top who was drafted prior to, but I don't think the Bears move up to get Genty. I think it's too risky and too much draft capital you'd have to move up. I do feel that Mason Graham, I have Mason Graham actually going 8 to Carolina because remember they lost their premier pass rusher to the Giants, right?
Oh yeah, that's
I figured they would pick up Mason Graham. I got Shador going 9 to the Saints for quite a few reasons, but I think they're taking Jalen Walker out of Georgia, edge rusher / linebacker, because in Dennis Allen's system, we know that 4-3, we don't have that will linebacker. We have Edwards, TJ Edwards as the strong side mostly. When Kyler does come in, whether he's floating between nickel and or outside as the number 2 lockdown corner, somebody has to replace that. There's no more Jack Sanborn. Somebody has to play that. I don't want to see a Kevin Hardy experiment where he's not Kevin Hardy, but whatever Hardy's name is, masking as an edge / coverage guy. Let's go ahead and get somebody that actually did it and at a high level at Georgia. Really can't go wrong with getting Georgia linebackers. We've had quite a few of them turn out to be pretty good.
You sure the hell can't. Georgia, they produce some damn good defensive players in general, not just linebackers, but
Leonard Floyd.
Yeah, and Roquan Smith.
Roquan.
Yeah.
Look at Buddy up in Philly. Look at Buddy up in Philly. Just won a title. Like,
yeah, and they also got the hybrid guy and a Leonard Floyd, and we saw how that shit turned out. Boo boo.
Nolan Smith is a damn beast, dude. Like he's a fucking freak.
I wouldn't mind having him. But yeah, so that's my pick, Jalen Walker, because of those reasons. I just think that fits. And if we already and I shy away from the edge, the actual placement of an edge rusher, solely because I don't feel that you give Dale $16 million to give him with Booker, with Hardy, with Dominic Robinson, to have him in some type of 5-man carousel. That just doesn't make good sense to me. And I don't think you draft a left tackle because if that's the case, you wasted the Kyron Amagaji experiment with Braxton Jones. It just makes no sense to me to go left tackle.
Well, I see what you're saying with the Jalen Walker. The only thing is that last time we picked a player from Georgia that didn't play a specific position but could do a little bit of everything was Leonard Floyd, and that didn't turn out so well. I'm not high on guys from Georgia that can rush the passer and play the linebacker because I got Leonard Floyd syndrome and I don't want to see that shit again.
Floyd wasn't bad though. Like you acting like Floyd was just trash or something.
Floyd,
like, no.
Leonard Floyd was not that
Floyd
good.
Was not trash,
but he wasn't what he was billed. He wasn't what he was billed.
That last year before we let him go, I'll get that was a down year, but leading up to that year, like before then, he was pretty damn productive with us, especially with the defenders, with the defenders that we had around him. He was producing with those guys, with the Max, with the Quinn, Robert Quinn's, and
he never had a 10-sack season.
No, he's not, and I don't think he's that kind of guy. He's a 7-8 guy.
He's a guy that was good. He was good against the run. He was an okay pass rusher.
You do know he has the most sacks against a piece of shit Aaron Rodgers in the NFL since he's been in the NFL. More than anybody else. He's sacked him more than anybody.
I mean, I didn't say what he didn't do against Green Bay. I mean, he looked great against Green Bay. Shit, I wish he would have did that against all the other teams.
But I wonder. But let me ask you this: because
San Francisco, with the Rams, and with the Bills too.
Let me ask you guys this though: with a Leonard Floyd, when he was with us, his rookie year clearly was his best year. But then
I'm looking at it right now. Actually,
they started moving him around. But
keep in mind,
he went to the Rams,
too.
When he went to the Rams, that stretch since he was at the Rams till now at San Francisco. Now he's 32, guys. So remember, he's been in the league about 8-9 years. He has averaged 9 or better sacks.
I mean, this is the thing.
Keep in mind
here, about the Rams, and you're talking about
his last couple of years.
When you
he's had 2 seasons of 10 and 3 seasons of 9, and I think an 8 something in there, which equates to 9, which I think is pretty productive in 3 different offenses. Because the Bears to the Rams to San Francisco, those are 3 totally different defenses. 3 totally different defenses.
Keep in mind too the amount of defensive coordinators that he had to work with when he was here. So you had Vic Fangio. Then he went off and went to Denver and became a head coach.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They switched the philosophy with the what's the young boy name?
On the side, you had Desai. You had Chuck Pagano, and Desai wasn't. He was basically exposed for not being ready to be a defensive coordinator at that moment in time.
But the thing was though, like the biggest thing which ended me with Leonard Floyd was in 2018 when you went out and got Khalil Mack. Leonard Floyd finished the season off with 3 sacks. When you have Khalil Mack on the other side and you only give 3 sacks.
But that only but you looking at just the sacks. I'm looking at his impact on the game in general.
I mean, he wasn't a good run.
We were stopping the run with Ford out there as well as Mack.
But remember when they got Khalil Mack too, he also didn't play as much edge rusher. He went back more in the traditional linebacker.
Exactly. He was in coverage a lot more.
He was in coverage a lot more.
Well, this is the reason why I say that is because for the simple fact that you want someone at a particular position. I don't want the guy that can sit up there and do a little bit of this and do a little bit of that. I want a stud. So if we going for a pass rusher, goddamn it, give me a fucking end that's gonna pass, that's gonna rush the passer. I don't want a guy like, oh, okay, yeah, he can rush the passer, then he's gonna go out there. No, we don't need that shit. We need specific position.
Who are you picking at 10 then? Give me your pick at 10.
Oh, real quick before you answer that question.
Oh no, we gonna
that same energy foul when we're talking about offensive linemen too. I don't need no damn trans offensive lineman. One can play a guard but play a tackle. No, you specify in this one particular area. I need you to be specialized in this damn area. Don't tell me you play guard and you ass as a tackle. Tell me you're a center and you play guard. I need your ass as a tackle. And I can tell you this much: whoever the hell we draft at 10 or whatever, they're coming in here to start. They're not being on no damn bench.
Well, and I get that. But my whole thing about Leonard Floyd is that with that same thing that you're talking about, yes, he was actually better when he left Chicago than he was here in Chicago. Again, you got to also remember, but you also remember you spent a number 7 pick on Leonard Floyd.
You moved up, didn't you?
I don't believe they moved up.
But they spent, like, I'm literally when they drafted Leonard Floyd, I'm like, who, what,
Oh, I knew who he was. I knew who he was down here.
Yeah, but I
watched
think
Georgia games.
that was a guy that you could have traded back and got him. I don't think nobody was going up or nobody.
No, I knew who he was because of his production against Alabama, mostly because that's where he had some of his better games. That's why I knew of Leonard Floyd.
That defense then was balling, man.
Yeah.
All right, Chicago. What is your pick at 10?
All right.
Let's see if he blows this one for you too. He put
with overall pick in the first round, I think the Chicago Bears will go with Mason Graham. I said that before. I love this.
You think he's there, huh? I mean, if he's there, I will pick him hands down.
Yeah,
if he is there,
I think Jacksonville has way too many other holes to fill to even be looking at just him. They invested a lot in their quarterback. So
I hope you're wrong,
they need Will Campbell more than they need Mason Graham. That Will Campbell would do well with Jacksonville more so than he would with us, because I'm telling you like this, Frank, I know how big and high you are on Will Campbell. Not saying Will Campbell is not a stud, but for what we need, if we draft in Will Campbell, his ass is starting week 1. I don't want to hear nothing about he gonna be playing behind no damn Braxton Jones. I wouldn't even go down the damn rabbit hole of how I feel about Braxton Jones. I've already said it enough. Y'all know how I don't feel about his ass. So with that being the case, we need a run stopper that's going to for sure help us stop this damn run that we haven't been able to do in the last 3 damn years. It's been ridiculous how easy those holes and gaps have been able to just open up for damn runners that played against our defense. And that's been the biggest hit on our defense, no matter who the damn defense coordinator has been. We need a run stopper that's going to get to that damn ball carrier the very second the damn ball get hot. And we haven't had that ability to do that, because that also makes that offense one-dimensional. Now you know you can't run. Now you're going to have to throw the damn ball now. And now you're going to have to take more chances against JJ, against Gordon, against Brisker, and those guys in the backfield. So we want you to do that. But because you had the luxury of running against us like that, we ain't been able to really put much of a damn stop to the damn run. We have the first 2 running plays in the damn game we'll look good in. And then the rest of the damn game, we get up 30, 40, and 50 damn yard runs. I'm like, come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Scrolls, I understand, Scrolls, you saying that it's deep in run stoppers, but Mason Graham is not just a run stopper, guys. Like, I mean,
no, but
Mason Graham could do everything.
He can't, but he's not much of an edge rusher as he is a run stopper, though. When you see him up the middle,
there's no question.
That big body ain't getting moved, man. No. That's a wall you're not getting.
He's going to be overpowering people to get to the quarterback. So he might not be your guy who's going to average you 10 sacks a year, but he is going to be throwing people back into.
You talking about tackle losses? I can't in his position. I can't more about tackle losses than I do sacks, because those tackle losses, those loss for yards, that shit adds up, and that shit matters.
I don't think Graham's getting to us, in my opinion, but I would love it.
Let me ask you guys this though, because in my opinion, right, you kind of do this. You kind of do the same thing if you get another edge rusher, if you get Mason Graham, because now you have a log jam at the tackle position. You don't sign a Grady Jarrett for him not to play. You don't keep a Billings for him not to play. So those two got to be your stalwarts right there. Billings. I'm
not as high as Billings as y'all are, honestly.
Billings is a.
You gotta listen.
Okay.
Listen.
All right.
You also not gonna give up on your second round pick in Javon Dexter that quick either.
True. I mean, Mason, the first year can be a rotational piece where we're putting him in situational downs, like on third and short. We know he can get up that damn middle and clog that middle up to where the running backs can't make much moves to get outside, let alone even get inside. So I can see that, but
you're talking about playing situational football when we already know the NFL is based on that. If it's third and long, you pinning your ears back, you hope for great coverage and good pass rush. If it's third and short, minus the tush push, you know you got to get low and clog that middle up and have somebody make the tackle in the backfield and stop the run.
Graham can get low with the best of them.
I'm not saying he can't. But so can Jarrett, so can Billings. You know, you still got to see. I'm not saying Pickens, but hell, he's still on the roster.
Like, I love Jarrett, but we got to keep in mind how old Jarrett is. So we can't be asking for too much of an impact. We can get a lot of leadership and a lot of production from Grady Jarrett, but I don't want us to put so much stock into him to where he's a 10, 11-year veteran. it's only so much that he's going to be able to do by himself. And having that young guy around him is going to be able to really see.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to make him do every down when you have a Dexter. He's not only slated at the 3. Grady Jarrett can play the 1 as well. So now you have a little flexibility, right? But you cannot just sit up here and turn your back on Javon Dexter. So now it's like we got 5 defensive tackles.
I am a Dexter fan, but I am saying this right now. If Mason Graham is available at 10, he is my starting guy over Dexter. He is starting, and Dexter can be my rotationary piece.
But he's not starting over Billings and Grady Jarrett, is what I'm saying.
I mean,
let me just say this. One of the key reasons why we need a DT is because if you look at our DT situation, it's not the best. We got Javon Dexter as a youngster. Billings is old.
Billings is 31, 32.
Garrett is old too.
Yeah, exactly.
Garrett.
Garrett's coming off a bad injury too.
Yeah. So if you look at it like this, if you go and draft a Mason Graham or you draft some other young DT, you now have him and Javon Dexter that's going to anchor your defensive inside for the next couple years, you know what I'm saying, opposed to waiting on a guy, you know what I'm saying, opposed to the old guy. Now they're learning as well. Now, your point, JB, when you were talking about like a Will Campbell or somebody like that, the reason why I said it is more pressure on a left tackle to sit up there to come in and perform than it is on a 3 technique or somebody on a defensive.
100%. Because those are rotations.
Absolutely is. Ain't no rotation in that left tackle position. No way.
I agree with you, but you just wasted picks there. You have to see what.
I mean, not if you're drafting for your future still.
Yes, you do, because your future could be on the. Well, you have to give Kyron a chance.
Yeah. I want to see Kyron. Yeah,
they did to Kyron damn near what they did to Justin. Like you didn't give this kid a chance.
Do his ass and develop the Wolves and hoping
wait. We got him at 3, but foul. Am I lying? Was he always supposed to be a late first round pick?
Yeah, he was. He's supposed to have been early second round pick.
Second round pick. Yeah.
You just don't turn your back on that kid. You don't do that.
Listen, I'm with you on that. That's what I'm saying. I'm hearing reports about how high and how much they like Braxton Jones. Y'all know how I feel about that damn sorry ass boy. I don't. He cannot start this upcoming season, man. I'm gonna keep saying that till I'm damn blue in the face. He cannot start, man. No, he's not. He's not good enough. If we're gonna draft Will Campbell, he better be starting week 1. Ain't no sitting behind this. And you know the luxury that we do have for the first time in many years. For the first time in many years, y'all, the Bears, we're in a situation where we don't have to have a must-have player. We can have we really like this fucking player. This is a really have to get, not a really need per se.
So you do have the luxury of best available or stockpiling at a position, which depends on.
We're not in a desperate need situation, which is what I do appreciate about where we are right now, because now it's like, you know what, this guy's talented. We can use him, and so now we know we're not desperate to just pick just anybody that can fill a void that we actually need in that position. We can go for some other position where we know that talent is there. All we need is I
want to answer Ant's question right here. He says, can the Bears go wrong with the lineman on offense or defense? No, I don't think so.
I would love
if you're not starting, you can.
Not necessarily even starting, because I still look at it like this. At the end of the day, you know, there is no surefire players. There's no surefire blue chip players as far as when it comes down to the offensive line. Even though many people like Will Campbell, nobody's saying that he's a blue chip.
Y'all don't like him, but I like Kelvin Banks.
He's not a blue chipper. Actually, I could sit there and go into the season, pick up another veteran, rock with Braxton Jones or Karan Mamagaji or some other guy that can come over at left tackle for a little while until next draft or something. If we really need to address that position like that,
left tackle is too important to be doing that.
But when it comes down to the edge, we still need another edge. We still need another DT. I know they're not too high on Swift at running back. Tight end would be a luxury pick.
That's a real luxury.
Colston Loveland. I'm just saying. I mean,
it's a real luxury pick.
I would love to have him. I know I'm being Michigan biased, but
hell, what we're gonna do now is shit. like I said, I didn't do no damn mock draft. And if
Well, I mean, you could
it
tell
was
us
up
who do
to
you
me,
want at 10. Yeah.
I'm trading back any goddamn way. Fuck
Yeah, I
it.
remember you
I don't
always.
give a fuck who there. I'm trading
Who?
back.
How far back are you trading?
Shit, probably 18 or 20. One of them.
Oh, you dropped it too damn far now.
You're getting
Nah,
multiple
really.
picks.
Nah,
You're getting multiple picks.
I'm gonna get somebody. All right, so with the second round pick, Frank the Tank, who do you have the Chicago Bears get? Oh, there you go. They fuck up that time.
Yeah, he was ready for me on that one. I appreciate that shit. So and I already started taking. I'm taking Trevon Henderson, Ohio State running back, with the second round pick. And I know I saw a couple of comments in there when I first started talking about him saying he can't hit the AB gap. He can hit the AB gap. I don't know where we're coming up with this idea that says he can't come up the middle. The guy is bigger and stronger than. I mean, maybe not. He's bigger than Genty. And you're telling me Genty could hit the A and the B gap easily, guys? I don't understand where you're going with this. All right, Henderson can hit
too now. He
got moved. And Henderson can hit the A, B, C gap. He can hit all gaps. I'm going to say he's not as explosive as Genty. I am going to 100% agree with that. But the difference is this guy can catch the ball out of the backfield better than Genty can. This guy can block better than Genty can. This guy is an all-around running back. An all-around really good running back. And when it's all said and done, I like his pairing on what he can do with our new head coach. That's my second round pick. Henderson is bigger than Genty. He's 6'2". Genty's 5'8".
Yeah.
Henderson's 224 pounds. Genty's 214. Like, I mean, yes, he is bigger. Does he play stronger than Genty? No. But the thing is, and this is where I always keep going with Genty, is I'm afraid he's not going to last in the NFL being the size that he is and the way he plays the game.
We can't say that because
I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying that I see Ezekiel Elliott in Genty. And people can hate me for it, but I see Ezekiel Elliott in Genty.
Hey, Zeke was a beast his first 3-4 years.
The first 6 years, Ezekiel Elliott was out there beasting, man.
He led the league in rushing as a rookie.
I don't see it.
Should have held in.
I don't see it.
I'll put it to you like this also with Frank. That was a guy that I will pick in the second round too. The next pick is Trevion Henderson. Is he explosive? Absolutely. Actually,
I'm just saying as Genty. Genty didn't have
Genty either, though. Well, this is the thing. Genty hasn't ran a 40 time, but we do know that Trevion Henderson has run it at a 4.3. I think a 4.34, something like that. And he does have the tape to back up. Like once he gets it and he got a hole, it's over. You're not gonna catch him. It's over with. And that's against some of the best defenses in college football. So I'm down with that pick. And also this dude, when it comes down to fucking pass blocking, oh my God.
He picked up hella great blocks.
He lays people the fuck out. You heard me? The fuck out. He lays them out. He is a very good blocker, which is a good thing too as well, because now in passing situations, if you're keeping them in, he's so damn good with these stonewalls players. It's like having a 6 offensive line, which is a very good thing to have. Kid can have a little bit more time to get rid of that ball. All he has to do is identify who the blitzer is, or who's the person coming. If he got a chip, he got a chip. So go ahead. Who is it, JB? Who you got with the Bears second round pick for your mom?
Touch. Omarion Hampton. 6 foot, 220, 4'4". Very, 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 very Matt Forte-esque.
Yeah.
That's a good comparison. That's a real good comparison.
Would fit perfect here. The kid, he's improved every year. He had I think he had 20 total combined touchdowns. He was on a crap team where they knew they were running the ball, and he still was getting yards. Like, there's nothing that I can say.
Henderson does not have the same play style as Swift. He does not have the same play style as Swift. Scrolls, come on, man.
So look, hear him out, because here's my problem. If you draft Ashton Genty, you already have Ashton Genty on the team in Swift.
He's saying Henderson. He's saying Trayvon Henderson.
I'm
he's talking about Trayvon Henderson.
Swift and Jetty are not the same runner.
Swift is not
wait. Trayvon Henderson is 5'10", 207 too. One is 5'8", 5'9", 207. The other
but Henderson doesn't play that browsing. I'm going to go up the middle and take contact type hits. He doesn't play that style of it.
I've seen Jetty run up the middle and break tackles.
I've seen him be real. Jetty reminds me a little bit of Kareem Hunt the way he runs. Like he runs with that power on him, and when he gets outside, he's just gonna outpower your ass. Why he dog walking your ass down the damn field?
He runs volley, but no. Let me tell you why, Squirrels. Because they in this type of offense, you have to look at what Ben Johnson is looking for. He's looking for a 1-2 punch. He had DeAndre Swift for 2 years at one time and him and Dan Campbell in management chose to move on from him to get a guy similar in stature is what I'm saying. They both run. Last time Jetty ran a 40, he ran a 4.4. That was, in one of the college combines or whatever before his draft. So him and Swift are built the same. They play the same as far as position, smaller, quicker, elusive running back. Let's not make it like Genty and Saquon.
Put up Am's comment right there.
In the backfield.
Put up Am's comment right there. That is what I've been saying right there. All right. When he finally went up and against a elite, very damn good defense,
thank you.
Nothing.
Well, he went against Oregon and he whooped their ass.
I mean, Oregon doesn't have a good defense.
Brain, boy. Man.
Oregon's always been that.
They got a good defense. Oregon has a good defense.
They have a fast defense.
No, they have a fast defense. They don't.
They got a fast
defense. It don't matter. Shit, it's a good
Oregon's
defense.
They don't stop the run at all.
Oregon has never had a good defense.
They have a very good
offense mask and everything.
They have a good defense. Now, is it Penn State's defense? No, but it's a good defense. I mean,
I'm not saying they're horrible, but they can't stop the run. They've never been a good run.
Their weakness was up the middle this year because we got to see a little bit more of them because they moved to the to the Big Ten. They moved conferences, so we got to see a little more of them. My thing is this, like you had stated though, if you do go running back, I think we're all in agreement that is the pick for the first pick in the second round. I just think that makes more sense. Hell, Matt Forte was a second round pick, and he's arguably the Bears' third best running back in history.
Toussaint, what's going on, brother?
He was an all-purpose back, man.
It wasn't anything he couldn't do.
Yeah. I hated for him that we didn't have enough double-digit touchdown seasons for him. Like he should have had several of those.
Same thing that they did to David Montgomery, not giving him the ball in the red zone enough.
Yep.
He'll run and get you down there, and then they do some old tricky, stupid stuff and not give him the ball.
Okay, well, Mr. Chicago, with your second round pick,
yes, sir.
Who have you selected?
With the second round, the first pick in the second round for the Chicago Bears. Get this, fellas. I got James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee, the edge rusher.
I actually fall in the second round?
Yeah,
he's falling, man.
I think he might be there in the third. No, they projected him to be early in the early second round pick. This kid is very versatile. He's moved around throughout Tennessee's defense, and he can be an impact on this with this line that we have with Montez Sweat, with Grady Jarrett, and him on the other side. And you can obviously, I still want to see more out of Booker because I felt like Booker being the fourth round. He's the fourth round, wasn't it, from Kansas? What one Booker?
I thought he was fifth.
Fifth
round.
He was fifth. Yeah. So I want to see more from him. I think that with the two of them pairing together and rotating out in the edge rushing spot, I think we have some damn good production out of the two of them apiece, man. I like this kid Pearson. He was pretty good at Tennessee. I watched several Tennessee games. Obviously, my wife went to Tennessee, so by default, she's a Bears fan, and I root for Tennessee only as long as they don't play Michigan. I told her that, but it's all good. But no, this kid is very versatile. He has the size to him that actually fits what Dennis Allen was trying to definitely run with this damn defense. I like him at that spot.
Can I ask you a question? I get there's a little bit to like. He's like the fifth or sixth best linebacker. I mean, edge rusher. You drafted him with your first pick in the second round is what you said. That's like 39. right?
39.
You like him over Shamar Stewart? 6'6", 290? Compared to Bruce Smith? Like you like him better than him?
That's a good question. I mean, listen, when I initially thought about this, I thought about Mike Green. I thought about Mike Green, but Mike Green going to be gone. I think he's going to be gone at the later first round. I honestly do think Mike Green going to be gone. That was my first thought for that early second round pick. But then I thought about it. I was like, no, somebody going to snatch his ass up because he definitely has the makeup of being a dominant force like a Will Anderson in his first year.
Wait, are you saying Mike Green slip into the second round?
No. I said he'll be late in the first round. He'll be already taken up. I was thinking about him when I was thinking about our first pick in the second round, but I was like, no, he's gonna be gone by then.
But he's the same size as Jalen Walker. 6'4", 6'5", 240.
Yep.
245. These they damn near. Mike Green and James Pierce are both in that 6'4", 6'5", 240 range. Like they are Leonard Floyd.
Listen,
one guy had 17.
What you lack in weight, you gain in versatility though. You gain in versatility.
One guy wasn't put in coverage. He was like, "Yo, you got one job. Go get him."
And that motherfucker was damn good at it.
That's what I'm saying. Think about the versatility those type of linebackers are. They're sort of a hybrid linebacker when you think about it, because they had enough speed to cover somebody back in coverage, and they also have enough strength to get to the damn quarterback. So you kind of want that mixture, especially with a damn defense coordinator like Dennis Allen playing the way the style of defense that he gonna have these guys play the way they did in New Orleans. I actually like him. Both of those guys that I just mentioned, the one you just mentioned, will definitely be a good ass fit for this defense, man. With what Dennis Allen's going to do, I definitely think because Pearson does have a lot of speed to him. That's what actually struck me.
I like that because that is what he does. He pins his ear back and he goes.
That motherfucker fast off that line. It's like scary.
Fast on the fucking line. Fast on line.
Hey, can you get to Mish to give? We had a message in the chat. We have somebody that wants to come on. New Harper.
Right, he put the link in the comments.
He did. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he put the link in the comments.
And JB, to your point, Pearson is faster than Walker off that line.
I'm not saying he isn't, but Walker is a linebacker that you can blitz.
Speak it, Ron.
Pierce is a straight go get him. Like that's all he does. He like the comments was stated, he doesn't really go against the run. He doesn't have a lot of moves.
Do we not need that though? Have we not been having problem getting to the damn quarterback? We need that go get his ass move. We need that.
Yeah, we just had one and they got rid of him because his second year he sucked. What was his name? You just named him earlier. Had 19 sacks.
Oh, we talking about had 19 sacks.
Robert Quinn. We just had that.
We just had that. And he got hurt, man. He was old and he got hurt. Come on.
I'm not saying that, but listen to what I'm saying. You said we've never had that. I said, yeah, we had to go get it, guy. And he couldn't do nothing else.
Had it. I said we haven't had that in a while. But no, Robert Quinn
was 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
No, that was a few more years ago than that. That was about 5-6 years ago. That's how fast that shit was. Because he went to the Eagles and didn't play much, and then he just went off into the wilderness.
If we want, before we get to our next pick, we have a guest who's chiming in on the chat who wants to come in here, and we can get his first and second round pick too.
All right, that's good.
Well, I mean, we didn't even have to introduce him. He just popped right in. Thanks.
What's up, man? How's it
going?
Bear
down, brother. Bear down.
Bear down. What's going on, guys?
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, look, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Just enjoying Bear down first and foremost. I mean, enjoying the conversation.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, you kind of froze there for a quick second. Sorry.
So I don't know why. I mean, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm freezing, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, we'll try to bring you back in.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try to bring you back in. We're going to try to bring our guest back in. But while he's dealing with his technical difficulties, with my second round pick, I don't know if he's going to play it. I'll pay my own shit. Fuck it.
You didn't even give him a chance.
With my second round pick, number 39, Seth freaking Rollins selects Travion Henderson, running back, Ohio State. Y'all do know the Seth freaking Rollins.
I know Seth freaking Rollins.
He's a Bears fan.
Yeah, diehard Bears fan. CM Punk is too.
Yeah. So I picked the Travion Henderson on the reason why I believe that he may be there in the second round at number 39. The reason why, because he is similar a lot to Jamar Gibbs as far as speed wise, his versatility, as far as being able to catch off the backfield. He's a better blocker than Jamar Gibbs is. He's not as physical of a runner as Jamar Gibbs is, but speed wise, they're damn near right there on par. And I think that Ben Johnson really did love seeing what he had in a guy like Jamar Gibbs, because Jamar Gibbs, when he was in college, he wasn't running through the A and B gaps as well.
No, and I mean that's the thing. Like people are saying,
it was more about running outside and just outrunning every damn body, because Gibbs got some get up. But you know what?
But the thing is, people keep saying he doesn't run through the A and B gap. I don't care. Like I don't, because
he hit them holes and he's cold, man. That's what I like.
He's running through the 350-pound guys. That's disaster right there. And I understand you need those type players. You can get those type players in free agency.
Yep.
All right. I want the guy who is going to run through the C gap and give me 10 to 12 yards almost every single run. He reminds me a lot of Gibbs too, and I agree with you on that, Foul.
Now I was going back and forth about this too, y'all, because I like, as much as I like Henderson, I like Jukins just the same. Now, granted, Henderson is a better blocker than Jukins. Jukins has more speed, and he's way shiftier than Henderson is. And so I was like, damn, you know what? You really can't really go wrong with either Jukins or Henderson in this particular case. I do like the versatility that Jukins brings, because it does remind me of what Ben Johnson would like to do with a shifty guy like him. Now, Henderson caught more passes out of the backfield, which is what would kind of be a hit towards Jukins. But that's because they didn't put Jukins in those situations where he had to be a receiving back. He was more of a runner than he was a receiver. And Henderson was more of a receiver than he was a runner with Ohio State. So,
but remember, they changed his role too, though, because Travion Henderson was the lead freshman year.
He was. Yeah, he definitely was.
Him and Maurice Clarett were like the first two freshmen to have like 1,200 and double-digit touchdowns, some crazy stat like that.
Yeah, him and Jukins just worked well together, though, because that running game was solid this year.
He was, but we're talking about a 4-4 guy, same as Swift, where a 4-3 guy. That extra fraction of a second is that burst is different. It hit different.
Let's get our guest in. He's ready. He came back, so let's go ahead and bring him back.
Okay.
Took his technical.
My bad, guys. I didn't know I had to.
New.
Yeah, I didn't know I had to turn off YouTube and just do the StreamYard. So,
that'll do it.
Yeah, for sure. So JB, the point you just made. So Henderson ran a 4.43 at the combine. Okay, he was expected to be a 4.3 guy. He is not as fast as you think. That difference in 0.1. Look, okay, I'm gonna explain. That difference in 0.1 is going to make a difference. And if you watch I watched every Ohio State game this year. Most of the time when Henderson hit the hole, he wasn't even being touched. And every time he did get touched, he wasn't breaking those tackles. He was going down. Okay, so
he have a very good offensive line.
It was the old line that was creating. They were creating a 5-yard gap before he even got touched, and he was fast enough to run away from people. Look, Omarion Hampton. The reason why I'm so in love with this kid. The kid legs are massive. Okay, once
he got big ass calf muscles.
Yeah. When he's getting touched, just go look at the 40 when the running back's 40 and look at his legs. He is not getting tackled with the first tackle, guys. I'm telling you right now. He's special in the fact that he runs a 4.46, which is 0.03 slower than the 4.43. He's a do-it-all back. He could block, he could catch. I mean, he does it all. So all I'm saying is,
so you like him more than Genty too?
And he's bigger.
He's bigger.
He is bigger. My only hit against Hampton, which is a hit that you all would actually mention about Genty, is that it wasn't a whole lot of damn competition this year in the damn ACC. He wasn't going against no damn body that was worthy of having a legit defense to even try to contain or stop him. The holes I saw Hampton running through was wide as hell. I'm just like, causing gaps coming from?
Hey, so Mr. Chicago, I will just argue with you on every time he was touched, he was falling forward though. That's the difference, okay?
Well, yeah, he was
that
dragging
difference in,
motherfuckers forward now.
yeah, the difference between like getting tackled and going backwards to getting tackled going forwards, major difference. Now, look, I'm not saying that Henderson isn't good. And you know what? Honestly, I have a knock against Tyler Warren, which I could talk to you guys about as well. What I will say though is I think DJ Giddens is just as good. I think Brashard Smith is just as good.
That's a sleeper. That's a sleeper right there.
We could get him in the 7th round. I mean, RJ Harvey, I didn't really see him run a traditional type running back role. I mean, they did some type of, option type stuff at, down there in Florida. But I'm telling you, Henderson. Judkins is the better of the 2 running backs between those two.
I said that.
And that's all I'm saying. I mean, I think people are getting enamored with Henderson because he looks like he's a do-it-all back. But the thing is, he runs around the tackle, which is the C gap. And honestly, that's no different than what Henderson does. What Swift does. That's what I'm saying. He's not hitting it between the center and the guard or the guard and the tackle. Yeah,
but no, this is the thing that you got to realize though. That's exactly what Gibbs does too, though.
No, I don't disagree. But Gibbs ran a 4.33.
More get up outside.
Yeah, but this is the thing. And I understand the 4.3 type things at the combine. My opinion, and I've said this on the show, I can give a rat's ass about how fast you run straight.
Really, yeah, I don't really care that much.
I care about what you're running on the football field. Yeah. And me not being an Ohio State fan, I watched a lot of Ohio State games. Right. But the thing is with him, his vision is phenomenal. You keep saying the opening of the gap. He sees those gaps before they open and he explodes through them. That's why he's not getting touched.
And we have to keep in mind, too, the
guy, I agree, he's very good at that as well. Though. He's got very good vision off.
Hey, so Frank,
the offensive lines, too. The
only pushback, my bad. The only pushback I will have on you, Frank the Tank, is how is he any different than DeAndre Swift? DeAndre Swift. When
I said that exactly.
DeAndre Swift can't block. That's a big difference for me.
Okay, that's fair. But what I'm saying is, it's just not a huge, big enough gap of drafting and running back. You want that yin and yang, like JB was saying. Omarion Hampton could run between the tackles, and that's what we need. We need a different, somebody in between Roshan Johnson and DeAndre Swift, and that's what Omarion Hampton does.
I would not be mad if they went out and
now that you bring up Roshan, I'm concerned about how many touches he's not going to get now, because now we're not going to see much Roshan if we're going out there running back. And mind you guys, this is going to be one of the best running back classes we've seen in probably over a decade. We haven't seen this many talented running backs coming out the same class. And so there's a lot of talent and a lot of promise with these guys. I think it's going to be at least 3 or 4 running backs it's going to be pretty much advocating to become Rookie of the Year this year, or Offensive Rookie of the Year for that matter.
Guys, I will tell you, I love DJ Giddens. I'm telling you right now. I mean, outside of Omarion Hampton, DJ Giddens is I think he's Arian Foster reincarnated. If you
you went in the way back machine.
That's a really good comparison. Foster's very shifty, man.
And I mean, he's dodging people in the hole, which that's a special trait in and of itself.
Foster was a patient runner.
Yeah, exactly. And he ran a 4.43, which is the exact same speed as who? Travion Henderson. And one of the things about Travion, I just really want to highlight, he hits the hole. I don't disagree. When he sees it, he hits it. He just doesn't have wiggle. That's my biggest issue.
Fair.
No wiggle whatsoever. So
when I look at Travion, I see a Matt Forte with speed.
No,
that's what I see in Travion.
Absolutely not.
Well, I'll put it to you like this, New. One guy that you did hit on was a guy that I actually sat up there and talked about many shows ago, was Brashard Smith.
Love that kid.
The running back out of SMU. When you talk about a guy that does have
you get him beyond the 5th round too.
Yeah, Brashard Smith is a guy that does have the wiggle. He probably is he is the best receiving back in this draft. He is a home run hitter. The only knock on Brashard Smith is, the only couple knocks that's on him is one, his size. He's kind of small at the running back position. But as far as weight wise, you can always put on weight. And two is that he hasn't had the experience of playing running back for too long, because he just went over to running back actually this year, because before he was playing wide receiver, which why he has the best hands as far as when it comes to him and Donovan Edwards out of Michigan probably have the best hands route running when it comes down to running backs in the NCAA as far as in this draft.
Also, I'm not hearing anybody.
Neil from Kansas is a real good runner too, though. We got to see him against Colorado. He's a real good. Yeah, he's real polished.
Devin Neal,
yeah. Nobody mentioned Caleb Johnson though. Caleb Johnson was pretty good out of Missouri.
He's not fast. He just a bruiser. He's efficient.
Efficient works, man.
I like Caleb Johnson. Don't get me wrong. I mean, honestly, guys, we can't go wrong with running back. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to maximize value with, the options we have. Like even Scatterbull, guys, I think Scatterbull could rush for 1,000 yards in the NFL, because in and of itself, what makes him special is not his 4.65 speed. It's actually his agility in the hole, which, I mean, he has great contact balance as well. But I'm not saying I would choose him over any of the backs we're talking about. What I'm saying is he's like a last resort type of guy. But Brashard Smith, and it's funny, Mouth C, that you talked about Brashard Smith being small. Look at his size in comparison to Travion Henderson. They're the exact same size, guys.
Yeah.
5'10", 205.
And that's what I was.
He's not even 205. They list him as like 196, I believe.
But that's what I wanted to ask Frank. How are you concerned about Genty getting hurt, but not Jenkins when Jenkins is small? I mean, Travion Henderson is smaller.
Because Henderson doesn't run that bruiser type back like Genty does. Genty goes for contact.
Genty does go for contact. Henderson runs away from contact.
He wants to get hit and move forward.
Yeah.
When you're talking about Henderson, he's more like how New was saying, like he more tries to go to the outside, cuts back to the inside only if he stays within the C gap and everything. He doesn't want to.
Are you worried about Swift getting hurt?
Here's the thing. I want to ask y'all this question real quick.
Swift doesn't run through the AB gaps either.
No,
and he's been hurt 2 out of his 4 years.
Frank, I don't disagree with you. All I would say to that is we could get him in the 6th, 7th round. Whereas, I mean, we're taking a 39th pick for Henderson. Henderson is beloved by the NFL right now. I like.
Yeah, he is.
The passion for him. He might go in the 1st round, and I'm gonna laugh because in and of itself, the value of selecting him isn't worth a 1st round pick. I think, there's only 2 backs I think should go in the 1st round. That's Ashton Genty and Marion Hampton. And the only reason I think Genty is special is, Frank, you're right. He's small, but he's compact. That's what makes Ashton Genty.
Yeah, but one bad injury can really.
I don't disagree.
Well, that part's true. But let me ask you this question real quick. So think about who our running back coach is. Think about the type of running backs that he's been most successful.
That's a very fair point. I never played in that.
Think about the type of running backs he's been successful with Kansas City and with Washington to a lesser degree. This will help you narrow down exactly what type of running back Ben Johnson and those guys are going to be looking at and looking to go get, because the level of impact and the level of production that he was getting. Kareem Hunt led the damn league in rushing his rookie year. After his very first game, he fumbled the ball twice, and then he took off from there.
Yep.
Think about that. So Eric Bieniemy, who's tough as nails, he is going to be working this damn running back out and going to get the most success, most production out of this damn kid, whoever that kid is. But think about who can be the most productive from Eric Bieniemy being the running back coach.
Yeah, let me address something else. So we have a guy named Melon Smasher in here. He's talking about the trenches. He said paying Genty $13 million his rookie season gets you fired when your O-line unit has no depth. This isn't Madden or 7-on-7. He said Dahlman missed 17 games the last 2 years. Braxton is a second stringer.
You missed a good amount.
Ron not facing the Ivy League. Jonah lost his job to a rookie in LA last year. Hasn't played 12 games in the season since 2022. It's a joke. He said you get you 2 anchors on the O-line unit. And then he said Kramer's laughable. Have to have on a good depth chart. O-line unit is not good. No business drafting a running back at pick 10 and paying him $13 million his rookie season before even taking a snap in the NFL. Get you fired.
You guys mind if I respond to that? Because
Go ahead. Go first.
No, I mean, I think he's hitting on the fact that we don't have any depth, and not having depth. The only thing we have to do is draft, guards and tackles in the back end of the draft, i.e., Tate Ratledge from Georgia. He would be a great selection, with the 72nd pick if we're going that route. We could go with, like a Jordan Travis from Iowa State, which had the best combine score. I think he jumped like a 36-inch vertical leap, at 6'7", 335 from Iowa State. I don't think he gave up a sack. At Iowa State while he was there. There's guys to be had who's developmental and that could grow into the position. Right now, we do have a solid line. We just need depth, like he's saying. And you don't spend the 10th pick on depth. I'm sorry,
100%. You don't even spend the second round or the third round.
That 10th pick is a damn starter. I don't give a damn what nobody
100%. Here's the thing. And this is where I wanted to go, Melon, and I appreciate your comments, man. But you just talked about the 3 people that we just signed and picked up who have 9 Pro Bowls between all 3 of them. Easily. All right, so you can't really talk shit about 9 Pro Bowls. I don't know the last time we even had a Pro Bowl guy on our offensive line.
And wait, out of the 9, maybe Joe Tooney got how many of them? 6.
Yeah, Joe Tooney's got tons of them. That's for sure. Yeah. Dolman, I think, has 3 of them. Like, I mean, there's more than 9 because the other guy had 1.
Yeah.
But as far as depth goes, too, I mean. Prior, I think that he was pretty damn serviceable. All right, that's a very nice depth piece in my opinion. He's still on the roster. You got our beloved name there, Bill Murray, who was a dog on that offensive line before he got hurt. Like I feel you do.
Dolman has a snap problem too.
And
the question about Braxton Jones.
Yeah, Braxton Jones is another one. He's going to be on your roster next year, but in my opinion, I think he should be your depth piece. All right, even your swing tackle possibly. So I think we have more depth than we've had over the past few years, in my opinion.
Yeah, we have depth, but is it quality depth?
Is it quality?
That's the thing. That's we had that last year.
Those were starters
2 years ago when we were looking at what's the guy's name that everybody loved? The fumble, Doug Kramer, and then the other kid that got we drafted from Illinois and he never made it. Then we had Alex Leatherwood trying to read.
Listen, we had
Alex Leatherwood trying to read
6th-round guys starting.
Alex Leatherwood was a 1st-round pick. What you talking about?
No, I'm talking about.
Hold on.
No, he's just saying
talk about. Hold on. To talk about what you're saying, JB. The thing about it is like I've been saying for the longest. It don't matter if you got starters in there or if you got depth guys in there. If people are not fucking healthy, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah,
totally agree.
You're not going to sit up there and be successful. Yes, we sit up there.
Watch the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
We talk about these things when it comes down to this offensive line. But like we've gone and said on previous shows, the Bears had 120 different fucking guys coming in and out the last 2 to 3 seasons.
Combination of guys.
Combination of guys coming in between more than any other fucking club in the NFL.
That's
more than any. Ridiculous. They had over 30-some different starting rotations.
That's Eberflus's whole tenure, right?
In the NFL, huh?
That's Eberflus's whole tenure,
3 years. The entire 3 years.
Actually, I think it's been in the last fucking 2. Don't get me wrong. I think it's in the last 3. Not even the last 3.
So that would be Chris Morgan again, right?
Yeah, that would be Chris Morgan, who was actually stole. He came from the previous regime as well. I don't know.
He was a holdover.
He was a holdover.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
So, and Melon Smasher, I do apologize, Melon Smasher. Drew and Dolman did not make a Pro Bowl. He had 2 of the runner-up types to a Pro Bowl where he did not get it. Still better than what we've ever had at center.
Yeah, still better.
Like, as I was sitting up there stating, it still doesn't matter. Like, we don't know what this offensive line. We don't know we got because for the simple fact, motherfuckers can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
they cannot stay healthy. That's been the Chicago Bears' biggest fucking problem. Their offensive line has not, in the last 4 to 5 years, been able to stay healthy to develop any fucking type of continuity. I don't give a fuck.
Healthy and lack of production.
Pros. If they fucking hurt and they got no continuity, guess what?
Your line is shit.
We have had so many former Bears offensive linemen.
Let New talk. Go ahead, New.
No, I was gonna say. With that said, I just want to add my first round and second round pick. First round pick, I would select Mike Green. I'm gonna talk to you about him in a second, and then my 39th pick would be if I couldn't get it.
Yeah, they get delay on that one too.
I didn't watch a lot of Mike Green, but when I went back and saw the highlights,
would be my left tackle, 39th round selection. So the guy, the left, Ariante Ursary from Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Yeah. So he's 6'6", 320.
Let me ask you a question on that.
Great balance, good feet. I know who you're talking about.
Is he your starting left tackle?
He could start, but the thing is, with Braxton Jones coming off an injury, or let's just say Braxton is healthy, he starts the season, and if he gets hurt, the Ariante would come in and take over, the left tackle. He is a legitimate NFL
make him
player.
Battle for that left tackle spot.
Yeah, for sure.
So are you saying that you are done? Are you done with the Yale?
No, give him a chance. Give him a chance. But the thing is, from what he showed last year, he didn't show that he was capable of handling.
He's never given a chance last year.
He wasn't given a chance.
He didn't get any training camp. Yeah, he didn't get any training camp. He had.
Let him finish.
No, and then I'm selecting Marion Hampton if he's still available. I mean, that would be my other 41st pick. But those combinations of individuals, probably Hampton first with the 39th, and then Ariante Ursary with the 41st pick.
I'm not James. I'm not.
Yeah, so New, back to Karan.
So can I ask you this, New?
Yeah, what's going on? Guys? Yeah.
No, I was going to ask New.
Yeah, go ahead, Jerry.
It's like a tag. You're it.
Go ahead, Mr. Chicago. You said first.
With Karan Amagaji, we haven't given him a full enough evaluation of a chance to actually be productive in the situation that he was put in, right? So when Braxton went down, Karan Amagaji didn't find out he was going to start the damn day before.
Against the Vikings
of all people, they played 60% of the damn time, more than any other damn NFL team in the league. And you put him out there in no man's land with no support, no help, no tight end assistance whatsoever, and had him over there getting beat like it was nothing. The first damn snap he got beat. I'm just we didn't get
no. I thought it was the first snap. He pancaked somebody, then he started getting beat.
Yeah, it was the first drive. I know that. I don't think it was.
Yeah, but I'm like the fact that you put this kid out there with no preparation, no first team reps, nothing. That's coaching malpractice. We can expect this damn coaching staff to be much more competent than that, to be putting some damn body out there with no damn reps, no damn assistance or support over there on that side of the damn ball. Because the left tackle, listen, for all intents and purposes, and contrary to what anybody believes, that left tackle spot is still the most important damn spot on the damn line. Because that's that quarterback's blind side. If he get knocked the hell out like that, it's going to be because that damn left tackle wasn't doing his damn job. And Braxton Jones has not been doing his damn job effectively. And Karan Amagaji has not been given the opportunity to be a productive left tackle the way we could potentially see him as.
Right. No, I don't disagree with that. I just think at this juncture, we just need competition. Somebody that could, hold down that position, and whoever wins, they have it until they mess up. And then we have two other, individuals, backing them up who could take over the reins if they fall off. So I think that's where we are. We just need to be able to protect Caleb so we can maximize his potential. And that leads me into why Tyler Warren would be the worst selection for the Bears. If you guys don't know about him, they're hyping him up as like this do-it-all tight end who could play wildcat, who could, play from the slot. The dude runs a 4.7, and if you watch I watched Penn State as well. Like I did was watch college football. He runs seam routes. They throw him flare routes. They do a zillion pick plays for him.
They put him in a slot as a receiver too a couple of times.
Yeah, but when he was guarded, by a corner, he struggled. His route running is not crisp, is not pristine. Like honestly, between him and Colston Loveland was beating people off the line. Like
he sure the hell was.
Colston was more like a Mike Gesicki.
Exactly.
Colston is a matchup nightmare, man. He
yes. So if we're choosing a tight end, at 10, I mean, and my biggest question to all these people that love Tyler Warren is, why the heck would you want to take the ball out of Caleb Williams' hand? We finally got an elite quarterback. Why are we doing Wildcat? Roshan Johnson.
You better not be doing that shit.
I know, Roshan.
That Wildcat shit. No.
You normally do Wildcat if you're a middle tier QB who's a pocket passer who can't run. You don't do that with an elite quarterback. Do you see Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, any of the top tier quarterbacks doing that? Absolutely.
The ball is in their hand. Period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you win and lose by your quarterback. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. So if you can't play slot wide receiver, I mean, he's tall. Let me tell you, he would be he'd be a nightmare matchup, at the goal line. But if he's not beating people off the line,
Cole Kmet is tall too, though.
That's exactly who he is. He's Cole Kmet.
No, I'm not going to do that. No,
okay. I'm gonna say this. Hey, Mr. Chicago, let me just say it from this. He's more athletic. That's all. He's more athletic with the ball in his hands. That's it. But his route running is average to below average for the NFL. And to me, to select, and this is the reason why I'm like, we might as well go with Marion Hampton at 10 if we're going to select Tyler Warren. If you could get a running back who's going to rush for 1,400 yards, catch 400 yards, his first year. Or if you got a tight end who caught 600 to 800 yards, which one is a better option? A running back.
The running back, of course.
Yeah, exactly. It makes no
attack.
sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we were to select a tight end, with the 10th selection, we're choosing the worst, position with our best pick. It makes no sense. So leave it there.
I'll agree with that.
I totally agree with you.
Val, where you at?
I'm gonna stay out because it looks better with you four guys on there.
Bro,
y'all need to see my ugly ass face. I'm like God right
I thought
now.
maybe you were changing a poopy diaper and you just didn't want to be seen.
Look, that's what I thought. I thought Ricky was getting ready to come on behind the stand.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. With when it comes down to Tyler Warren, I said that on the previous show that Tyler Warren to me is nothing but another Cole Kmet. They run similar routes. He's probably a little bit better as far as when it comes to beating the man-to-man than Cole Kmet is. We call him Big Stiffy on here, at least I do.
You do.
He's also better with catching contact passes too.
Yeah, also.
I'm not giving you
The thing about Colston Loveland is being a Michigan fan. First of all, what's his name? Jane Christo. Colston Loveland does not have injury issues. He was injured last year. He does not have injury issues. He was just injured last year.
Say 1 year, you can't call
he was the All-American. He was actually the preseason All-American. And the only reason why Tyler Warren is getting all that buzz because first, Colston Loveland did not have a quarterback to throw the ball to, and second, he was fucking injured. Other than that, Colston Loveland would have had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he still had 1,000 yards. So
I totally agree. I'm not in love with Tyler Warren either. I think he's just another Cole Kmet, and why go get another one?
Exactly, especially at the pick. Just to me, guys, I'm not saying he's not a good player. He is. I mean, if you look at the history of tight ends being selected in the first round, if you don't feature that tight end, he's not worth the pick. I mean, if we look at Kyle Pitts, who runs a 4.4, and he hasn't even gone over 1,000 yards yet.
No, he hasn't.
In the NFL, to assume that Tyler Warren is going to go over 1,000 yards,
I'm not too.
That's crazy talk. And then, also, this is the last point I'm going to leave with tight end selecting the tight end. When in the world has Caleb Williams ever played 12 personnel? Most of his career, in high school, never. So
I agree with
so in and of itself, Ben Johnson. I keep hearing pundits say that Ben Johnson is going to make him play 12 personnel. I remember Ben Johnson saying that when he got to Detroit, he got with Jared Goff, and they created an offense that fit him. So why would he not do that with
he's going to?
And also, too, Ben Johnson utilized his tight ends a lot better too. We got to keep that in mind. The coaches that we had in the past wasn't utilizing Cole Kmet in situations where he could have been most effective. And we all know that the damn quarterback safety net is the damn tight end. When ain't nobody else down the damn field open, the damn tight end can get free enough in that damn up the middle spot and actually get the damn ball. But we got to get the damn ball, though.
I just want to let you guys know I want to let you guys know how much money I lost on Cole Kmet this year. You know, I mean, like seriously,
yeah,
like
no business betting on Cole Kmet.
Three
I would have told
receptions,
you not to do
18
that.
yards. I'm like, he's gonna get that.
Hey,
at least.
no.
I would have told you not to do that.
What's that?
Man.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something that's crazy.
Right. What's that?
Cole Kmet got paid and looked a lot better when he was with Justin Fields, didn't he?
Totally. Well, I mean, that's another story because I didn't want to get rid of Justin Fields because I knew we didn't have a team. I'm sorry, guys.
Listen to me. Listen to me, New. One rule to remember: never bet on Notre Dame players. Okay.
Oh. Hey, don't you diss my Notre Dame players. Shut that shit down now.
Hey, look.
Shut that shit down now. Cole Kmet, if they actually freaking use the guy, is a good tight end.
No, I totally agree. He has great. So that's why I compare him to Tyler Warren. Yeah, because they both have.
No, he's Mark Bavaro. That's who Cole Kmet is. He's Mark Bavaro.
Who also came from Notre Dame. Notre Dame made the same damn players over and over again, man. Come on.
No, for sure.
Go ahead, New.
No, I was going to say if Tyler Warren was Gronkowski, absolutely draft him 10. Okay, I mean, but the thing is, if he's Mark Bavaro, I mean, who are they? They're comparing him to a New York tight end. Jeremy Shockey. Yeah, like if he's that, he's not worth the 10th pick. You know,
first of all, that's ludicrous because Shockey out of Miami had a lot of wiggle.
Yeah,
Shockey in New York. Shockey with the Saints winning the Super Bowl. Like that's a terrible comparison.
Shockey was badass. He was a tough tight end.
But still, if you look at his numbers didn't warrant a first round selection, and that's the only point I'm trying to make, guys. I'm not trying to derail you guys from your draft. I mean, I was loving it.
No, you're good because there's a couple of guys in there like I need to holler at Melon Smasher again. James Cristo, you kind of all over the place. I want to see what you got to say. I want to get you on too, Scroll, because James, you said something that made me wonder. Like, do you really watch football? You said Omarion Hampton is not a top 5 running back. Has no.
Yeah, I wish I could hit the ignore button on that.
What football games was you watching?
I ain't watching a lot of
Omarion Hampton. That's all they had.
Yeah, that's all they had.
And guys, I will say this about Ashton Genty is, I mean, like honestly, we can't go wrong with any selection. I totally agree with that. But Ashton Genty against Penn State, there was this one run where he got touched by 7 or 8 people and finally got tackled. He was getting hit behind the line of scrimmage and still picking up 3 yards. He's legit. I question his longevity.
They were game planning for him.
You said that perfectly right there. That's the one thing I said about him is the longevity. I'm worried of an Ezekiel Elliott type thing happening here in Chicago.
And you better win in the first 5
I put it to you like this, just to back up your statement, New. Ashton Genty is a very good back. Right. The man after contact.
No question.
The first contact had over 1,800 fucking yards.
Yeah,
he's special.
Him and Iowa State.
That's more than what Hampton had rushing this year.
Yeah.
Combined.
Yep.
That's more than what Henderson had this year. That's more than what Juckins had this year. That's more than what Caleb Johnson had. This guy, he's the real deal. Now I don't know about the Bears selecting him or if he's gonna be there, but.
My biggest thing is as long as they don't trade up for him, like if he falls to 10, okay.
That's what's being said that we may be doing. We may be trading up for
that would be crazy. That would be ludicrous. We keep giving up draft picks, and we need to develop a team, guys. There's too many great running backs in this draft, and my only pushback against Ashton versus other running backs, if you place those running backs onto Boise State and gave them 380 carries as well, where will their numbers be as well? I think Omarion Hampton to be at 2,400, 2,500 yards as well. Similar, if you put Ashton Genty onto North Carolina or let's just say Alabama, he's probably rushing for 1,900 yards because he's only
right.
He's getting 260 carries instead of that 400 carries he got.
And the Iowa State kid too. Like he got a lot of yards after carry first contact as well.
Remember what they said about Ricky Williams and Cedric Benson? When you carry the ball 300 or more times in college, your NFL career is a little shorter.
And that's what I worry about with him.
Hey, so check this out, New. We want you to go ahead without going into debt. Give us your second round and your third round picks. Because we got to get back to it. We love having you on, but just give us your second and third round picks. We want you to also, don't know if you subscribe here, but we would love for you to like and subscribe to the podcast.
I'm subscribed. I subscribed tonight, but like I said, my second round picks would be if I chose Mike Green in the first round, I will choose Ariante Ursary with the 39th, Omarion Hampton with the 41st, and then I would probably do like the TJ Sanders, go tackle or Winston from Penn State, the safety, just at 72nd, But if I didn't get a run back, let's just say, Omarion Hampton was gone, in the second round, I would probably go Junkins, or I would go, like Landon Jackson, D tackle, with the 41st pick, and then pick DJ Giddens at 72nd. Those, I think, Omarion Hampton and DJ Giddens are the best running backs in this draft, and I will stand by that. And just remember, we had this conversation for next year, because when you see DJ Giddens just shaking everybody on San Francisco, just remember, and rushing for 1,500 yards. Yeah, I told you so. So.
Hey, it was great having you on.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys are awesome.
Hey, come watch us more, man. We'll get you on again. We like to have fans come in here.
Hey, come back.
Hey, that was our boy New Harper, man. New guy that subscribed to the Clubhouse podcast today. We love to show love to people, on this podcast. That's one thing we do. We love to show love. We see all you guys in the comments. We try to answer as many questions as we can. And we also don't mind having you guys come on. All you got to do is when we send out the link, don't be scared, because I tell you just like this. There's a lot of people on here that talk a lot of shit behind that keyboard. But when it's time to train, motherfuckers get shook as fuck around here. So come on. If you got something to say, come on. That means your ass too, Don Burr, while you over there talking that shit.
Don Burr, I don't know how many more times we got to invite you to come.
Everybody been trying to get Don Burr.
We're not inviting you on, Don Burr, to
he be hiding like a motherfucker. Keep typing on, keep hiding behind that keyboard, goddamn. That's what you do best. Just like them sorry ass lines.
Yeah. Listen, I have a question to ask y'all in regards to the third round pick, and then
we still have a second round pick. So let's finish our pick.
That's right.
Get to the third. So did we all go with our first second round pick?
Yeah, we already chose. Yeah.
So my next second round pick. All right, my next second round pick. I'm up in the air between two players, and I want your guys' opinion on this.
My man, Don.
With us going back to a 4-3, and I know JB, we've been talking about this a lot and getting another linebacker. I liked the Schwarzenegger from UCLA.
Who you say, Schwarzenegger?
I'm going to call him Schwarzenegger if it comes to a point where he is a bear. There's no fact about him. What is it, Carson Schwarzenegger or something like that? I don't know. But no, I like him. I like him at my linebacker spot, but I'm up in the air with him because I don't know if I want to draft a linebacker that quickly, that soon. So my other guy that I'm thinking about is the Tyrone Williams, the DT from Ohio State.
Frank, you're looking to replace Sanborn at the linebacker spot with that guy.
Because we're back to a 4-3.
Yeah.
Allen runs a different system, so we're going to need that third linebacker. And with him not running nickel nearly as much, and with this whole experiment that they're going to be doing with Kyler Gordon, where they're going to be moving him around to multiple positions, which I like because his athleticism is insane. I would like to lock in that linebacker position, especially if I'm getting a DN in the first round with Mike Green.
So you want to go linebacker in the third round?
Well, no, that's the late second. That's their second round pick.
Ooh, shit. Frank.
Yeah, that's why I'm up in the air. I don't know. He's the only linebacker that I could say is starting day one. That you're getting in the second round.
But he's not going to start with us day one.
No,
well, I think he will if we're going to be running the three linebacker spot.
I don't think we're going to run it like that.
I mean, that's how Allen likes to run stuff. So, but other than that, I did like the Tyrone Williams, the Ohio State defensive tackle too. Nice plug stuff and run stopper and everything like that too. So, and like how we keep saying, I never going to be against adding depth to the trenches.
Okay. Well, who you got, JB, for your second rounder and your third?
So for me, I want to go back and address DB, right?
I was about to say that.
Because I mean, unfortunately, we've had some injuries and some age deficiencies. In a perfect world, I would love to have Malachi Starks. I doubt he's there. So, Frank, this is a nod to you in watching the national championship game. I like Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame.
Damn, JB, you took my boy. I was thinking boy,
No,
he's good, man.
Because he's giving me Kyle Hamilton vibes with his play, right? And then I just feel like if we can have like a Watts or Starks combination with Brisker, I like that, right? You got two versatile guys. You got two guys that's got great ball hawking skills, great speed, both can tackle. I just like that pick because, I fear that if we just go line, we're going to waste talent because you can't evaluate that many linemen at the same time. You just can't do it. And then while you're trying to go line, now you're not fulfilling other positions of need. Bears don't have the luxury of saying, oh, we only need this guy, or we're only a DB away, or we're only a I kicked the cord, my bad. Or we're not a linebacker away. We don't have that luxury. We still need, thank you, New Harper. We still need some pieces that can plug and play right now. So for my second round pick, that's where I'm going. Like, Lord, please, football guys, if you love us, Malachi Starks would be wonderful to have. I just kind of feel he might be gone. Now, here's where you all may not agree. I know this is a really, really terrible for my third pick, right? Which would be our fourth overall pick. There is a no-brainer that this is one of the worst drafts for wide receivers. But a nod to Ohio State. If Emeka, how you say his name? Ibuka. If he's there,
yeah,
I would put him as my slot. He's a bigger slot, right? 6'1", 200.
I don't know if he's going to drop that far down, though. I mean, is he going to be there?
Well, because it's not a position of need in this draft. Only people I got taking the wide receiver number one is Jacksonville with Tech, because all they got is Kenneth Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. That's all they got. Yeah, they ain't been nothing. Christian Kirk ain't been nothing. Trevor got to have somebody to throw to. That's all I'm saying. So with us at the third, if he's available, I think we can move him right into a slot receiver. I don't think Olamide Zaccheaus is like our long-term slot go-to guy.
Yeah,
but
it was filling a spot.
He's just filling a spot because it was a spot of need. So that's my picks.
All right, what about you, Mr. Chicago?
So, yeah, JB took my pick, and I'm picking Xavier Watts for a different reason than JB actually mentioned, because I am concerned coming into this season what this season is going to bring and look like for Jaquan Brisker. Now, this hasn't been addressed. Now, they say he's healthy, he's ready to go, and that's fine. But keep in mind, fellas, this kid had 3 concussions in 3 years. That's not a good sign for that's leading towards him playing a full damn season and actually getting his second contract with us either. It's not. It don't look promising. Now, I'm not saying that it can't be, but in the event that there's some uncertainty still there, we got to go with Watts. I like the way I like how physical this kid plays. He don't play so physical to where the same style of play that Brisker brings, where he's just leading with his damn head and just being careless like that. But he does bring up. Yeah, but he doesn't bring it. He brings a physicality with his awareness and his toughness with how he tackles. I love the way this kid tackles. He goes out there and gives 110% every damn time that I've seen him play. I like this kid in that spot, especially given that if Brisker goes down again for however long he goes down, at least we'll have him out there that can actually be a consistent, productive backup for him, or even possibly a starter for him in case things don't look too shabby for him. But yeah,
well, to your point, I like him because he's played both. And to me, it's not just about Brisker; it's about Kevin Byard as well, who's getting a little long in the tooth.
He signed. This will be his last year too.
And that's why I like the versatility of Watts, because I've seen him play both.
Yeah, I can see him playing both too.
Yeah.
The way that Marcus Freeman played him, I can see that.
Leather Smasher, you must be really smoking some good ass shit.
Yeah, if you can't.
What did you just say?
It's like that Colombian Bam Bam. What the hell are we? What are we?
Combined for 8
man.
They did not have the best damn defensive line in the nation last year. Not Ohio State.
No, they did. Ohio State was getting
crazy as hell. They damn sure ain't doing.
This was actually one of the worst defensive lines that they have had in the past 15 years. I think
they ain't do a damn thing against my Wolverines. So I don't want to hear all dial it back with all that Buckeye shit. Okay,
Michigan Wolverines.
Oh God.
Well, okay. Just because he said, and I do like Jack Sawyer. I wouldn't mind having the guy on the team.
No, right? I wouldn't mind that either.
But when you bring out stats like Sweat and Dale combined for 8.5, you're not telling the whole story. Sweat had 1, 2, 3 positions next to him that were injured, including the one time he got hurt himself.
And then he finished the season hurt.
There was very little continuity. That's a key word. Yeah. Very little continuity between them on the defensive line. And then when the depth did come in, remember how Javon Dexter started off? They keyed in on it because coaching was just terrible. Yep. As far as Dale, I mean, Colts ain't much better than the Bears. You know what the Colts did? Yeah. Colts beat the Bears.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right.
It's productive.
I'm not worried about Dale because now he's going to actually have somebody on the other side that's like, okay, well, I can't double team him now because I got this guy. Yep. And now I got Grady Jarrett. The line, to me, the defensive line will be more promising than the offensive line, to me.
I think so, too. Especially given the amount of money that we put in the offensive line versus the amount of money we put in the defensive line. So this is the first time we ever really put this much damn money in this damn offensive line.
Josh Allen runs over a lot of people.
Josh Allen runs over everybody. Like, what are we talking about?
Josh Allen runs over the entire league.
He does. Now,
except Roquan. He don't run over Roquan. So.
Yeah. Now, mind you, with Sawyer, you brought Sawyer up. As productive and impactful as Sawyer was, Sawyer about to get his ass whooped, get mad at we playing out a goddamn flag in their damn middle of the damn field. Yeah. He tried that shit again. Boy, hey, listen, you'll be carted off this goddamn field in the damn stretcher. Don't get mad. Win the damn game. He was the main culprit in that whole debacle that happened in that damn Ohio State-Michigan game. And when nobody pointing out the shit he was doing. Now, he already got his ass whooped for that, but I'm going to let that die down. I do think he is a productive linebacker.
No, he's not wrong, but he is a good player. I could use him. He got a little nasty to him. He got a little monster to midway to him. I like him.
If we bring his ass over here, he better do the same thing.
He got a little bitch to him, you know. He like the fuck shit.
But he got mad at the wrong shit. Don't get mad because we whooped y'all ass. Get mad because your ass lost.
Where was that energy on the field, motherfucker?
Exactly.
I want to hear that shit. Out and foul. Anyway,
it's already getting that time right now. Damn, this show.
Well, I mean, they had to win it after we won it. So, okay, whatever.
If you ain't first, you're last. Anyway,
shake and bake.
You gotta shake it before you bake.
Anyway, so like I was saying, I'll give in my predictions and then we can get into some shout outs. So I did say that I would trade back. Probably pick up another second or third rounder. My trade back would be to trade back to get Kenneth Grant from the University of Michigan. Big physical guy, 6'3", 6'4", 330 pounds. Great against the run, can rush the passer, very athletic, and damn sure quick in short areas. My second.
Correction, foul. You said traded back, meaning that would be your first round pick.
Yeah, first round pick.
No, he already said his first round.
I missed that. I must have chirped out.
Yeah.
You said about the 18th or 20th pick or something like that.
Drop from 10 to
like I had a dead drop. My bad. So okay, no, I like that because he's very. First of all, he a biggin.
Yeah,
biggin.
Big boy, man.
He a bully.
I like him.
He a big bully.
He's a dog, boy. That boy ain't missing, man.
He used his hands very well. He's very quick, and as many people say, him and Mason Graham, they complemented each other great.
They really
because you don't know how one would did without the other. So I would go with Kenneth Grant. Like I do not be shy when I say what I say on here because this is what the fuck I meant. I said that I thought that what was the wide receiver? Malik Neighbors was the best wide receiver in the draft last year. I still stand on that. I still think he was the best wide receiver.
I said that too, actually.
Yeah.
Well, and think about it. Wasn't that far from him? Well, he was far from him in yards, and then obviously he was very close to Marvin.
But he got hurt too. So Malik Neighbors missed some games as well.
Yeah, because he was just fed the ball all the freaking time.
He was.
He was all he had.
He was
the third option and got half the damn yards that Malik Neighbors got.
Yeah,
and
he was the new
Saquon yards that Marvin
Barkley.
Harrison got. So
yeah.
No, Marvin Harrison had a lot of single-digit targets because Kyler Murray don't throw the ball. He like to throw the ball to the tight end.
Kenneth Grant is not local. He is from Indiana. He played in Indiana.
Local-ish. You could drive there, not bad.
Yeah. All right.
Whoa, James Christo. Whoa,
James,
what?
Dude.
Listen.
So we got like
Rome was one of the best receivers. He wasn't.
That's a crack pipe answer right there. That's for
actually to tell the truth. With my second round pick, I would actually pick the tackle from Ohio State.
I know you're talking
Simmons. I think
Simmons. Yeah.
Left
tackle. Simmons. Yeah.
I would take him with my second round pick.
He's pretty good.
My first one with the second one, I hate to say this shit, I will pick Trevion Henderson. And with my third round pick, I will probably take Landon Jackson from Arkansas. 6'7", 280 pounds, big guy.
Johnson. That's a DT, isn't it? Is that a DT?
I don't really pay attention to the motherfucking Ohio State motherfuckers. I just know they got some nice ones.
They do.
They just shit the bed when they play Michigan, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So, those are our picks.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, we can't wait to see you guys next Tuesday when it comes down to talking about who the Chicago Bears selected. Yeah, go ahead, JB.
Are we going live Thursday for the first 10 picks?
We might be. I don't know. Fuck it. You want to do it?
I'm game. I'm game.
Well, we'll make that happen. So, hey, catch your ass live Thursday. First 10 picks. We gonna be there, goddammit. We move back. Guess what? Some bitches, we gonna be there too. So now we're gonna get into some shout outs. We can't wait to see you guys Thursday and next Tuesday. Talk some shit. See if the Bears fucked up the draft or they got it right. All right, go ahead, Crooked, since you want to kick off the why you look like you got your
Crooked coming on here looking like he got some damn whispers.
He got some ocean going on.
He got some whispers in the dog shit going on, man. On some V103 type shit right now, man.
All right. Oh, Keith sweat ass motherfucker.
I was gonna say the Sweat Hotel.
he on some whispers in the dog.
Turn on my main light. I just got my glow off of my.
Oh, okay. You got the Crooked Hotel going on back there. Go ahead.
Crooked
Hotel. Kick out them shout outs.
So first of all, shout out to you guys. It's always a blast producing and doing the show with you guys. Shout out to the new people that came and joined us. Saw a lot of new names up there. Thank you for everyone who subscribed, helping us get to that goal of 1,300 subscribers by the end of the year. We're at 1,270-ish, something like that. So we're almost there. So everybody that continues to subscribe helps us reach that goal. So thank you for that. I also want to let everyone here know as well, I will be on tomorrow night talking fantasy football as well. We've been breaking down division by division, and tomorrow night we're going to do the NFC North, so talking about the Bears.
What time, bro?
8 Central as well. So probably going to have a Vike Queens fan on with us as well to kind of talk it up with us and chop it up with us and stuff. So, but other than that, shout out, like I said, also to my lovely wife who always keeps me grounded. So always blessed with that. So, but other than that, don't got much else, Ben. Good luck to the Bears in the draft. Don't disappoint me.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, Frank the Tank.
Going with me. All right, I don't really got that much. A shout out to New Harper, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Always nice having new people come on, especially new people who just.
That was so random out of nowhere.
Look, Boy, hey, it caught me off guard. Like, man, are we talking child support, or are you gonna be at the draft? Like, what are we talking?
We talking about somebody's relationship about the end.
Always nice having new people just joining the podcast, let alone coming on the first time that we've seen you in the chat, which is really cool. So I appreciate that. Other than that, I'm excited for this draft to actually start and for it to actually be over. So that way we can talk about the draft picks instead of hearing all these different freaking directions that people are going every single day, pretty much, because that's what it's been this past few weeks. Other than that, I got nothing else. So hit it up next.
Okay, we got the mouth of the South, Mr. Chicago.
Yes, sir, man. As always a delight and pleasure to be on the show to talk Chicago sports with you fellas. Definitely look forward to Tuesdays, especially around this time. Now that the draft is underway, I definitely plan on being on a live show. Me sitting here in my man cave with the TVs on, eating hot wings, pouring me up a couple glasses of some nice, libation and all that good stuff. Hoping that we see some impact players getting drafted on our NFL franchise team, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Just on a more personal and emotional note, this past weekend, this past Saturday was what would have been my uncle's 70th birthday. He would have been 70 years old this past Saturday, and he was a big Chicago Bears fan. And the fact that I'm still waiting to receive his Walter Payton jersey so I can hang it up on the wall with a picture of him wearing it. And so I definitely took the time to recognize what the day was. Obviously, leading up to that day, it was a bit emotional because I can just picture what he would be saying right now. He'll probably be getting ready to watch the draft and be calling me, talking trash about who we do and don't like and stuff like that. So it's bittersweet, but I definitely keep me in y'all thoughts and prayers when it comes to that. I still have my days where I'm thinking about him and really, really missing him and missing his logical way of explaining things to me. I described him as my logical explanation. And so I definitely, around this time is definitely something that hits close to home because I'm like thinking about him while we're watching the Bears, draft our players. So hopefully we make good on some promising players, and hopefully he's looking down on us and he'll be proud and happy to see what we're doing down here. So happy 70th birthday to my Uncle Tease.
All love, man.
Yeah.
Respect. Shout out to Unc.
Go ahead, JB.
The intimate setting. It doesn't seem like it. That's true too.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm a hope that it doesn't fall on deaf ears with the controversial stuff because we try not to be political here. But I just want everybody to get off Shedeur Sanders' back because when have we had a quarterback with 40 touchdowns, 4,000 yards, 74% completion percentage, get dissected, diluted, and just torn down as much as this kid has?
Nice, all because his dad, man.
But when you look at the comps, it's like, damn, he kind of Drew Brees-ish. If you telling me that kid is Drew Brees right now, sign me up.
Well, you're an idiot if you think he's Drew Brees and you're not going to take him.
Like, come on with the foolery.
Hall of Fame Super Bowl winning.
This is 2025. Enough of the foolery.
Efficiency and accuracy beats strong arm any day.
What do they always say about Josh Allen? Oh, you got to get more accurate. What do they always say about everybody else? Oh, you got to get more accurate. You don't get more accurate than this kid. You just really don't. You don't. And for all the Drew Breeses, the Tua Tagovailoas, the Chad Penningtons, and yes, the great Tom Brady, no power, no cannon arm throwing self. You can win.
Efficiency.
With efficiency, accuracy, and anticipation.
Yep.
Get off this kid back and just wish him well. And no matter what you feel about his father, he was one of the greatest. That's it.
The GOAT in that position.
The thing is, when it comes down to that conversation and everything, like Nobody gives a shit what anybody else and other people are saying. It matters what the freaking person who is looking to draft you is saying. That's all it freaking matters.
I agree, Frank, but those seem to be the people
out here. Yeah.
Those, but the damn GM seem to be the people drinking
Some
the
of them
Kool-Aid.
are saying that.
Yeah,
Sure.
and these sports pundits on these damn shows talking all this shit. And when you talking that much about him, you're putting a negative connotation around him, and now that drops his draft stock, and that hurts him.
There you go.
I mean, there are people who have that done to them before, and it's basically, I mean, it's like you said, Chicago, like it is because of his dad. Because if you're drafting him, you're pretty much drafting the fame that's coming with him and everything as well.
Nobody said any damn thing to Archie Manning.
That was just about to say. Because Peyton Manning wasn't athletic.
I mean,
Peyton Manning didn't have a cannon.
I'll say another
ball he throw.
The somewhat most recent person that I can think of is this same exact shit went on with Johnny Manziel as well. And Johnny Manziel, but I'm not comparing the two because I knew Johnny Manziel wasn't going to be shit. But the thing was, the same conversations like tearing people down happened to Johnny Manziel too. And that's why he got pushed. I think he went out of the first round. It was late first round or something like that.
Johnny was a first round to Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken.
It was a late round, though. He was picked to possibly go top 5, and then all of a sudden it was like a 27 or a 28.
Aaron Rodgers was picked in the 20s.
Hey, we going into a whole nother talk. That's we're gonna
back to the comment.
Well, that was my intro to mine.
Yeah.
So, let's get back
for that. Yeah.
Check, but I had to let it be known because enough is enough.
Facts.
Enough is enough.
Yep.
Shout out to Cricket Commission's mom, Miss Andrea Canchola. Shout out to you. Thank you, lady, for chiming in. Of course, Cricket
Commission. That was his sister. Sorry.
Special shout out to New Harper. New Harper came in. I like New Harper. New Harper need to come on with us. Shout out to Aunt Harper. And what is this? Oh, dude. ODUB.
That's actually my little brother.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's my little brother.
Okay, shout out to Frank's little bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you for chiming in. And Stewart, we said, hey, Paul Martin. I believe Paul Martin was a very first. My man, Sirius R. Dixon, thank you for chiming in. P1 Jeanette Johnson, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you. Our resident referee, Big Ten style, Lorenzo Clemens, New Orleans raised, Chicago made. Thank you for chiming in, Lorenzo. Got to get up with your story.
Lorenzo put the nice little wow thing on the chat and everything like that I see on the top of our screen. That was Lorenzo after somebody said Tyler Warren ain't shit.
Hey, I love Lorenzo, man. Hey, the Scrolls, got to get you on too. Scrolls, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate the love and the respect. Bot Ricks is no longer on, but that's the next thing. TTNL Runaway, thank you for chiming in. Got to get you on as well.
He always comes.
Yes, my man Tucson J. Thank you for chiming in, Tucson. We appreciate you. Janet Dominguez. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for chiming in. We appreciate the love. Bears down. Good to see you. Thank you for chiming in. Ron Winarski with the simple FGB.
Yes, sir.
You all right with me in my book, brother?
Yes, sir, man.
Every day
and
he automatically just for P1 just for that comment. There you go. You didn't know what FGB is. Melon Smasher, I appreciate you. You're new. Thank you for chiming in. I'm gonna have to get you on. We're gonna have to have
we got to hear this directly from you. Some of this stuff.
We got to wrap, man, because you had a lot of great points, especially your take on the line. I would love to just get like a 15-20 minute segment just about that, because your passion is what fuels us as well, because we also are happy of the upgrades. But I guess when you at 0, it's, if you at a 3, that ain't much better, but it's better than 0. So we'll take that. Thank you, Melon Smash.
We pretty much got the best available people that we can get, and that's all
we gonna do what we can do. Easy. Thank you, Easy. How is Easy? I ain't talk to Easy.
He's bald.
Oh gosh. James Christo, you're another one that said some interesting things. I'm gonna need you to chime in. I'm gonna need you to come on, James. We gotta talk. James. Man, we had a lot of interaction in the chat.
A lot of new people, so that's a huge shout out, man.
Cool story, bro. Holistic Holidays. Thank you, brand new. Thank you for chiming in. Holistic Holidays. John Bird, know you in that sub off the shores. Thank you for your service. But you got to get a furlough, brother. We need you on. It's been 2 years. It's time, Don Burke.
You've been talking shit for 2 years. You won't come out and
get your gloves on. Come on and get your flowers while you can, because it ain't about to last much longer, hopefully. And I think we're winding down. A lot of repeats. Like I said, the chat was lit. We appreciate it. Oh my God, fellas, have y'all seen the chat this long?
Chat been lighting up.
I love it though. Like it's flowing. It's organic. You know.
Yeah,
Thank you, James. We appreciate that. And shout out to you four. You already know how important my Tuesdays are for me. I hate that I was late today. Them kids fouled. Them kids was acting up. It was 70 degrees and they showed their ass.
Shoot them in the ass.
Listen, we in the 80s already, so imagine if it was warmer than that. Oh, it'd be much worse.
Oh man, life is a demon, brother. I'm telling you. I got a gray hair today. Like, what the hell? But it is what it is. But shout out, and if you know, hey, shout out to anybody that's not watching. We already know, Fal, you got that. But if we got one person, shout out to SB and the crew. If we got one person watching, we know what's most affectionately known as the podcast mom.
Nobody cares.
Miss Sandra Bottom Holmes.
The mom of the podcast.
Good
job,
okay.
Good job, Mr. Chicago. Good job, Frank the Tank. First of all, we like to. Nobody care about the fucking.
They just beat LA. They just beat LA.
Talking about that.
That's a big one. They beat LA and they came back at home. That's a big one.
We beat Boston yesterday. You ain't say a damn thing about it.
Right. Piss on that yellow ass.
Next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up here.
And that's my favorite one. I swear to God, I wish I had control of that button. Like,
oh man. Well, anyway, we like to thank everyone that tuned in to please like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. If you like the content that you heard, hey, it's like being in the barbershop talking sports, baby. This is what we do. We love to bring on people in the chat. As you see, our boy New Harper, shout out to New Harper who came in. New today. Subscribe today. Came right in. We sent him the link. He came in. He gave us some good content. Very knowledgeable. Like to hear from our fans. Bears, very knowledgeable on a lot of players that's in the NFL draft. We like that. We appreciate that. We love to hear that. A lot of people talk a lot of shit in the chat. But when it's time to bring your ass on and be on this camera, fuckers get spooked, and it's okay.
Yeah, we call those lurkers, right?
Yeah, definitely lurkers.
L for love. Good times.
Come on, we know you talk a lot of shit behind the keyboard. Come on, we don't bite. We don't bite. We're one of the few podcasts that actually will allow you to come on, speak your piece, show your face. A lot of podcasts don't do that, you know. They think that everything they say is fucking right and everything you say is bullshit and you don't know shit.
Ooh, I know who that's
our motto here. We think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. So like, subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Anyway, the Chicago Clubhouse Network, you can catch us majority of the days of the week. Monday, we got fantasy football with the Crooked Commish. Tuesday, you here with us, the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Wednesday, she says what she says, damn it, with our girl Sherry Green. Thursday, depending on what season it is, it's a mixture of both. You can sit up there and you can be dealing with our peoples with bull spit or plump. Friday is usually easy does it, but shit, easy doesn't do it because we ain't seen easy ass.
Easy will eventually get back to it.
He'll eventually come back. During the regular season, we do have the Bears pregame. Most of them that come on at noon. You can catch us at 10 o'clock Central Time for the pregame show, starting the Crooked Commish, the chef, and our boy Amp. Guys, it's lovely coming on, being on here with you guys every fucking Tuesday. Frank the Tank, Mr. Chicago, JB, the super producer in the back, the Crooked Commish. I think T Nick somewhere. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Nobody knows. He's
lurking.
He's lurking. Nobody knows what he's been doing. So I guess he's taking a break. Whatever. Shout out to T Nick as well. Shout out to the chat. Like I said, the chat was lit tonight. We like to thank you all for coming in and giving us your thoughts. Thursday is 2 days away, baby. We're going live for the Chicago Bears draft. Now, will they move up? There's a lot of rumors saying that they'll move up. Who knows? Will they move back? It don't matter.
So are we gonna do this right when the draft starts? Then is that our plan, just in case they do move up?
I say you kind of have to, because we don't know how moving up, moving back.
You really have no idea. Right?
If somebody gets picked,
Yeah. If 3 quarterbacks go in the first 3 picks, then we're all going like, oh, wait a minute, what the?
Yeah, as soon as the draft start, we need to be like right there on it, watching as you know, as the first round progresses.
TT and they'll run away. Yeah, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about.
We need that one. We need that one, Commish.
Yeah, we're the smartest people in the world.
Ding, ding.
Not that one.
Anyway, shout out to the running back and forth through my damn podcast while I'm on here. I'm gonna start shooting somebody with a fucking pellet gun around here. Get them a couple shots in the ass, because they keep running through here like this shit's sweet or something. Anyway, shout out to my baby boy Ricky, who's asleep. I heard him in there fussing a little bit. I guess his mama put him to sleep. Shout out to my beautiful fiance, her sexy ass.
Oh,
and other than that, sorry. One more shout out to your uncle. May he rest in peace. Shout out to him. Very much so. Shout out to him. I know how it is to lose a loved one. Definitely shout out to your uncle. May he rest in peace, brother.
Appreciate
and shout out to all you people out there. Shout out to Chicago sports teams that look like shit.
Chicago against the world, man.
Chicago against the world. You know, we look like
Chicago
shit.
is under the world right now.
So, for Frank the Tank, Mr. Chicago, JB, T Nick, the super producer in the back, the crooked commish, I'm Foul Mouth C, and my baby boy, Pretty Ricky. Guess what, people?
We out.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Let's find that out on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
See y'all last Thursday.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Boom.
And we're still on.
Good night, Puerto Rico.
Good night, DR.
Alaska.
You're still here.